Hi, this is Dana Arcuri, author, speaker, advocate, and survivor, and today's topic is going to be about manifesting a loving, healthy relationship. And this is, again, the ongoing series for the month of December on 30 days of manifesting breakthroughs. And many of you have already shared with me for 2.5 years that you have had some challenges in relationships. You may have been hurt extremely bad, and that some of your relationships have not worked out. Some of you have left unhealthy, toxic relationships, and some of you have shared with me that you're gray rocking or you are still remaining in a relationship that you consider unhealthy. And so I wanted to specifically speak on this topic of healthy, supportive relationships because I believe that this is so vital to our well-being, and it's enriching our lives to have meaningful, healthy relationships. So let's move forward in this topic today. How to manifest a loving, healthy, respectful relationship starts with your mindset. It requires you to be crystal clear, to know what a healthy, rewarding, loving relationship looks like and feels like, to determine specifically what type of relationship you're hoping for. Are you looking for a platonic relationship, an intimate relationship, a long-term commitment? Perhaps you are intending to manifest your soulmate. Or maybe you've experienced toxic, unhealthy relationships in the past and you feel stuck. Perhaps your heart is broken and you feel like you can't manifest because you are feeling held back. So today, this is really important that we open up the door of opportunity to talk about love, to talk about relationships, and to get into the nitty-gritty of how to manifest a healthy, stable relationship. Oftentimes, it is our most heart-wrenching, toxic relationships that wake us up to desire improvements in our relationships with other people, whether it is with our family, whether it is with business associates or friends or our spouse or our children, etc., etc. We want to feel valued, important, respected, loved, cared for, nourished, and treated kindly, and we so deserve that too. Whether you have struggled in the past with unpleasant connections with emotional vampires or not, today's video will give you tips to manifest meaningful, lasting, valuable relationships. Are you open to receiving love, or is something blocking you? So this is something that's a real vital component that you investigate and start asking yourself some hard questions, maybe even journaling because it's so therapeutic. And part of the journaling about our past relationships can really open up doors for us to understand what we want now, what we need, especially in the coming year of 2021 when it comes to meaningful, caring relationships. The word manifest is a spiritual term. It means to show something clearly with divine signs and actions. To manifest, we first see it. We see it with our eyes and in our mind, and we visualize it. So a lot of manifesting is we speak it out loud. We visually see it. We write it down. So if you're journaling and writing, you write it down so you're visually seeing it. We're tapping into all 5 senses. Here are some helpful strategies, and I'm going to give you 12 tips to help you manifest loving relationships. And before I say number 1, I wanted to bring up something that I read recently online, and I thought it was super profound. And so what I read is a quote that was saying, "Love is the highest vibration on earth." And I think that we must understand that we were created to receive and to give love. Everybody's lovable and everybody has the capacity to love. So let's talk about the 12 tips to manifest loving, supportive, caring relationships. Number 1, before you start manifesting, consider what you want in a relationship. Be very specific. Be very crystal clear. Do you prefer someone with a good sense of humor Maybe you want someone who's an artsy person, someone outgoing, or maybe you prefer someone who's introverted and more quiet. So again, it's really based on your needs and your wants, and you must be clear to manifest your heart's desires. Number 2, release the past unhealthy relationships. They could be sabotaging your ability to manifest new, loving, healthy relationships. So it's crucial to work through, to process that old pain, and to let go of those old patterns and habits and false ideas and beliefs and destructive ways of toxic relationships from your past history. Don't beat yourself up about it. It is what it is. If you've experienced something that really was hurtful in your past, accept that it's done. It's done. But have enough courage and strength to cut the ties for once and for all so you don't sabotage your future happiness and loving relationships. Number 3, there is a saying, you repeat what you do not repair. So if you focus on your pain and all the abusive, toxic relationships, you may continue to suffer. And it becomes this vicious cycle and just goes around and around and around and around, and you feel so stuck. If you switch your focus onto the valuable lessons learned from these painful, hard relationships, you will continue to grow, stretch yourself, and be open to manifesting healthy, gentle, safer relationships. Number 4, this is so important. I don't know how many people need to hear this, but I really, really need to speak this today. If there's nothing else that you gain, let number 4 be it, people. Believe that you are deserving of love. No matter what anyone told you in the past, maybe someone said you're not lovable. Maybe someone said you don't deserve it. Ditch those old habits, those old false beliefs, and instead say to yourself, I am worthy of love. And really start practicing self-love and self-mothering, because this is so vital to finding new relationships in the future. You deserve happiness. You deserve beautiful emotional connections because they make our life so meaningful and so rewarding. Number 5, to make more meaningful connections, consider what your love language is. Have you ever heard about the book by Gary Chapman? So the book is called The 5 Love Languages, and here's the subtitle: The Secret to Love That Lasts. And there's a free online quiz if you want to check it out. And there's also the book, The 5 Love Languages. Now, if you have not read it, you may be interested in it. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because if you don't know your love language, then how do you know what you need? How can someone fulfill your needs, especially your emotional needs, if you yourself just don't know? So this is your little homework assignment. Google the quiz, the 5 love languages, and discover your love language. Learn more about your own self. Maybe journal about it, write about it. So here we go. I'm going to share 5 love languages. So the number 1, 5 love languages. The first one is quality time. Number 2, gifts. Number 3, acts of service. And number 4, physical touch. And then there's another one, words of affirmation. Okay, so we have words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Now, sometimes we might have 2 that are very important to us. So for an example, for me, quality time is number 1 for me, absolutely number 1. But I do love gifts. But through my life lessons, I have learned that you cannot buy me love. So if someone wants to treat me poorly and then just turn around and buy me, say, a dozen of red roses, nope, that's not going to work. So someone really needs to give me and provide for me quality time, because that's how I get to know them. That's how they get to know me, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a business venture, and even with my husband. I need quality time. That's what it's all about. And that's really how people get to know each other. That's how we grow together too in relationships. So determine which love language resonates with you the most. Then use this love language to attract whatever you're after, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a soulmate, whether it's a life partner, depending on what you're after. Number 7, envision the person you want to meet. Are they male? Are they female? Do you not have any preference? What traits do you prefer? Do you have specific characteristics that you're looking for? Have you been so rigid in what you want that you're blocking the manifestation process because you have just so many rigid restrictions that you can't find what you're after? Something to think about. Release the need to define what someone looks like before you even meet them. And this needs to be said because I know even back in my early days when I was dating, oh, we all did it. We all had a list of what we thought we wanted. Oh, they need to be tall, dark, and handsome. And oh, they have to have a really great job. And they have to be motivated. And they have to be, and then fill in the blank, A, B, C, D. I mean, we had this long list. And some of us didn't really have a list. So there's some people, they didn't really know what they wanted and they just kind of like fell into love with someone and then it didn't work out and they landed in divorce court. And then now they're thinking, wow, I really need to determine what I need and what's best for me. So I think this is crucial in manifesting love in our lives. So if you get stuck on meeting Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, who is this perfect person. Maybe you want someone with perfect white sparkly teeth, or you want someone with flawless skin, or you want someone who's rich and who can take care of you. We have to understand that with those rigid ideas, you could miss the golden opportunity to connect with someone who may not have those attributes. So we have to try to be a little bit more open-minded because then the universe will open up the door of opportunities and voila, we just might meet someone, whether it's a friend or something even, deeper and more meaningful. So try to avoid these rigid restrictions. Instead, keep an open mind when you manifest a new relationship, even if it is a friendship. Number 9, declare positive affirmations as your truth. So this is something really important, and consider writing down some of these affirmations that I'm going to share with you, or even if you'd like, write your own personal affirmations for manifesting love and a relationship, whatever you're looking for. It might be a friendship for you. It might be platonic. So keep it geared for what you want. Let's say, speak in the present tense as if you already met this person, as if it already happened and it's become your reality. So every day we speak affirmations out loud. So we try to visualize it. We try to speak it. We say affirmations. We journal. We write. And we spend some quiet time determining what we would like in a relationship. So write a manifestation list of at least 5 to 10 important characteristics that you would like in this person, whoever it may be, and for whatever purpose it is. So if it's a business relationship, if it's platonic and a friendship, if it's something a lot more lasting like marriage, a potential marriage on the horizon, get down to the nitty-gritty, people. But again, I wouldn't get caught up on appearance. I try not to get too caught up on that. Instead, focus more on your heart and soul. Focus on your heart and soul and what your heart and soul needs. So here is a list of some affirmations. If you would like, get a pen and paper and write this down. And every day, speak it out loud. I am deserving of love, respect, and happiness. I am attracting healthy, supportive, empathic relationships into my life. I am infinitely, divinely loved and valued. A loving life partner is coming into my life. Okay, let's move on to number 11, practice self-love. So I really think that some people think self-love is selfish and that it means you're stuck on yourself and you're narcissistic and you're conceited and you're just so egotistical. No, I totally disagree with that idea. I believe that's a false belief. And I believe that for us to be able to find very meaningful, caring relationships in whichever manner it may be, whether it is a friendship or something more lasting, I believe we first have to really understand love, and we must first love ourselves. How can we love someone else if we don't value and respect our own self? So I really think this is a big component. Before you can fully receive genuine love, it requires you to first love yourself just as you are, to love the good and the not so good, to embrace who you are inside, to give yourself tenderness, gentleness, and kindness. And a lot of times, if we had parents, a mom and a dad who never gave us unconditional love that we really needed, we have to become the mother or the father. We self-mother. That's what we do. We self-mother. We give ourselves the love we never had. It is the most kindest, compassionate thing that you could ever give yourself. And so I really, really believe this is something essential. Before we can ever manifest a new relationship, we really have to start within our own selves. Number 12. With all the necessary support, you will be able to stay positive about your love life and friendships, and it will help you to manifest these caring, respectful relationships. This will not only help you to be happier and to rid yourself of negative thoughts, but it will also help you in living a physically and mentally healthier life. I'm going to read another quote. And so I found this quote, and many of you are very well aware of Jimi Hendrix. So here we go. It's a profound and very truthful quote about love. Jimi Hendrix says, "When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace." Wow. Let me say that again. Whew. Just gives me chills. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. And so my prayer for this year in 2021 is, may we have peace on earth, and it begins with each of us. May we first love ourselves and then learn to love others. May we give other people grace. May we learn how to forgive and to let go of our old past wounds so we could open new doors of opportunity, to open our heart to new loving, kind, supportive, respectful relationships. Know that what you want to create as a reality is already yours, because that's what manifesting is all about, people. Claim it, name it, speak it, envision it with your eyes. When you act with an I am and it is attitude, we are sending out a positive vibration in the universe to manifest these loving relationships. The more you accept it as yours and believe in it and believe that you are worthy of love, the more you will realize that the power of manifestation lies in the mind and in the faith of each person. So share with me if you have challenges in starting new relationships. Have you had in the past very toxic, unhealthy relationships, and they have blocked your ability to manifest new, healthy relationships? What is your love language? Have you ever read the book? What do you think that you really need? Like maybe the top number one thing that you need in a relationship. And I'm going to end on this note, and this is just me. This is my own personal opinion on what I need in relationships. And this is across the board, all relationships. So whether it is a business association, a friendship, a husband, a loving relationship with my children, with family, with friends, and on, trust. Trust is the biggest component in a relationship with me. People have to prove to me that they're trustworthy. This is not something that I just, boom, just like that, when I don't even know a person, instantly trust them. It's not automatic. No, you earn your trust. You prove that you are a trustworthy, gentle, authentic, respectful, compassionate soul, and then things will blossom. So again, this is just me and my own experience and where I am in my life. I believe that there are so many opportunities in the coming year for us to manifest and to receive abundance. And that means really important relationships that are going to touch our lives in such a powerful, profound way, something so incredible. And this is what it's all about. I believe relationships are just so vital. And today I wish you love, light, and hope. So like, share, subscribe, and have an awesome day.